Hello and welcome to the Geek Den for issue 116 of the Star Trek Starship collection. This is the USS Carrie. Here it is in the model. It's a really little neat design there. So let's go through the book and we can show you the Carrie. I will say this is that it doesn't actually say what class it is. Now, I've looked online to try and find the question. Now it says it's Carrie class, but it's similar. It's the similar sort of design as the Raging Queen was. There's slight differences. I'll show you on the model what the differences were between the two of them. They were very subtle, but they were different. And the Raging Queen one's called the Shelley class. And this one, they didn't really know, but people would imagine it called it the Carrie class. But anyway, we get some nice CGI shot here of the Carrie class here. Obviously, it was part of the Second Fleet in Deep Space Nine, under the command of Captain Sisko. So it's a bit of a mix match. So we have a lot of the Excelsior in there, but we have the warp nacelles from the Miranda class starship, and there's a lot of in-universe information about it. It's quite a nice looking ship, to be fair. So lots of people won't like it, but I kind of do. It's grown on me. It does mention about the Raging Queen here, so I'm wondering whether they are the actual same class, which would put this as a Shelley class ship. Then we obviously come on to the actual model itself. This is the physical model. Obviously, it was named after the technical guy, Dan Carey, and this was a Carrie class, which was named after him. We have a lot of information here about the model and how it came about. Actually, it was always lost in sort of translation. They don't really know how or why it became that name. Then we have and Dan Carey, actually, the guy who's been with Star Trek forever. I'm quite surprised he was never on Discovery. Obviously, they're taking that into a different direction. Anywho, this goes on about how he went through the various stages and how he helped build a lot of stuff and everything else. And the guy was just a genius. I mean, he came up with the Batleth. I mean, you know, it's a Klingon weapon that he actually designed, and it's just used throughout. It's brilliant. Anyway, then we have some information about the Deep Space Nine episode, which featured a time to stand, which was what it was in, which is a picture over there. Then we have our next issue, which we'll be having a look at, which is issue 117, which is the 22nd century Klingon Ferengi, starship. So this goes in depth. Obviously, another Enterprise ship, but it's a Ferengi one. It's kind of a neat design. It looks anyway, and we'll have a look at that when we get it. And there's a nice top view of the Carrie. So let's open them up and take a look. Is the Carrie out of the packaging? Yeah, it's a nice looking ship. I mean, it's a weird design, but it's really grown on me. Let's just do the shake test. It comes out slightly, but it holds quite well. So there we have it there. In terms of, like I said, let's just show you what the differences were between the Raging Queen and this. Basically, these were a lot shorter. And they sort of bowed out, and these were actually turned, so they were like this, but sort of turned that way. So these were sort of slender, if you know what I mean. They would turn that way. Also as well, the shuttle bay, which is at the front of the carry, on the Raging Queen it was at the back, just here. But anyway, let's dive into this. Let's have a little look. So obviously a lot of the Excelsior in here, and it's just really nice. We have the Starfleet Emblem here. Now this is quite interesting because it's a sort of a next generation badge design, but when we saw the ship, it was obviously in the, I think it was the fifth or sixth season of Deep Space Nine. Only ever appeared in one scene where it was being towed. It's really nice. Even, I mean, the deflector dish here is actually sculpted, and it's a translucent one as well. It's not just painted. So let's just see if I can actually get a nice picture of that for you. I'm not too sure how. There we go. And if you look really carefully, I don't know if the camera can pick up, but it's actually textured. So that's really nice detailing there. Once again, these are really coming out as really nice details here. Even down to the point where you can actually see the torpedo tubes on the Excelsior neck on the inside here. And it's even sort of bridged as well. So that's really nice. Now, I don't know if you can make that out, but the nacelles on these are sort of poking inwards. I don't know whether they're supposed to be straight or like that. That's how it came to us. Obviously, once again, nice detailing here on the back with the registry and United Federation of Planets. It's quite clearly seen on this, and it's also got it on the inside as well. It's even got the impulse engines. If you can see just right in there, it's even got the impulse engines. I would have liked these maybe painted red, but you can actually see that really clearly, and obviously under here as well, it's very detailed. I mean, it's just remarkable how detailed they can be, and this just shows what Eaglemoss can produce. And I know that sometimes they have little hiccups in that, but then when they do ships like this, you kind of redeem them themselves. But it's a really nice, weird looking ship. It's just really nice. Let's just put it back on its stand for a second, so we can get some nice views. And obviously it just looks really weird. I think it looks weird because we have this section poking out. We also have the shuttle bay here. It's obviously painted and reached on. I mean, it's just really nice. We've even got torpedo tubes here as well. I mean, it just looks really nice. I can't really fault it. It just looks really good, and very much like you would imagine it would. Could we get the Raging Queen? I would expect, with the collection going on how it is, I would imagine that we would probably get the Raging Queen at some point, and this would look nice with it. But yeah, that's it. That is really nice, and it's just a nice little addition, nice little model. If you like your kit brush ships, then it's the one to get. But like I said, I wasn't too keen on it, and it's sort of grown on me. And I've just noticed, is that a shuttlecraft model there on the inside? I don't know if you can actually make that out. I don't know. Is that a runabout or something? Can you actually see now? That's really clever. That the model obviously originally had. It looks like a next gen shuttle actually, just in there. Strange. Anyway, that is it for us here at the Geek Den. We hope you liked the video, and we'll hopefully see you at our next video.